Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a message for love and soul connections for Capricorn. This message is meant to be timeless, so take it if it resonates for you, disregard it if it doesn't. Go about your day and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, this is personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and soles of your feet, so use this power wisely, my friends. I also heard freely. So I just want to take a moment to give a shout out to all my subscribers. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like it resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join this journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. And if you do like this kind of reading, smash the thumbs up button so I know to do more of them. So I'm going to take a moment to call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join us. I ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages from the farthest reaching, but only for the highest good of the entire collective. So what I'm going to do is there'll be 3 different piles. One for your energy, Capricorn, one for the lover soul connections, and then one as a shared energy. So I'm going to start out with the romance angels for Capricorn, please. And right away they have 3. Ooh, I'm throwing them. So wedding shows up here. This situation involves marriage. For some of you, you could be married, you could be engaged. This could be also like a spiritual kind of marriage or spiritual kind of wedding. And why I say this is we also have past life relationship. You have known each other before, and this is quite passionate, as well as chemistry, that there is a magnetic connection. Now, I almost said it says magnetic attraction. I almost said magnetic question. So on your side, Capricorn, they want me to show the bottom is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So whatever this situation is, I do feel like on your end, you're feeling like you've known this person in another lifetime. What I also heard is it may be very, very easy for you to talk to this person because there's such a magnetic attraction. There is a really powerful connection here. It does look like as well, for some of you, I heard you may have been spouses in the past life. This could be your current spouse or the person, you're about to marry or something like that. But this situation, I feel like it is meant for a higher commitment. It could even be, like they're telling me, it could be the ether's commitment. So let's get at some messages for your soul connection. And your soul connection has attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment. And to let your friends ask for help and support from others. It feels like a lot that on your end you're very focused on what this connection is, your feelings towards this person, and on their end they're pretty focused on living their best life and doing them. And this is important too in terms of law of attraction, because as we live our life, this is what we're pulling to us. I do feel like as well with the let your friends help here, in this particular situation, it's not a negative thing where you have people interfering. It feels a lot like that this soul connection is really focusing on doing them, on treating themselves right, self-care, self-love, and spending time with people who are like-minded and are going to, what I heard is make them laugh and help them enjoy their worlds. Okay, so the bottom of the deck here is trust in reverse. And it says, this situation is calling for you to have faith. I'm not normally going to read them in the reverse, but I almost feel like the soul connection side or the love connection side, this could be that you're together already and, that they're just living their best life and happy and it's with you. But if you're not together, if you are in separation, or if you haven't met this person yet, for some of you, this person could have some trust issues. If you're in separation, this could be some trust issues from things that have already happened in, I want to say a past life, and it definitely could be if there's a past life connection with this person, right? But I feel like it could also be like a past situation if you're in separation. I was going to say circumstance too. Spirit wants to give me a lot of little slips right now. And those are by no means an accident. So there is a circumstance or situation that has, what I heard is caused a little bit of muffled trust. And it's feeling a lot like to me that your person or this soul connection definitely showing up very, very strongly that this is a soul connection, that Spirit has said, you know what, this, even to the words I heard for some of you is kingdom spouse, okay? That this is, oh man. So they're also giving me the words, and I'll just say them and take it how it resonates. And if you, this is the person God set aside for you. In some ways, don't necessarily just look as like God. This is source, universe. This is, you know, at the spark of creation. This was the person that, one of the people, because we have many people we're meant to bring into our lives, some for a reason, some for a season, some for our own personal healing and growth. And I do strongly feel like that's what this is. Now, it feels a lot like separation, and that this side is trying to really focus on their world, focus on their life, and regain trust and faith in their own world. And it may not be, like I heard, you may be on the back burner right now, and it's not necessarily that there's another romantic interest or anything like that. It's just that they know they have to get right with themselves before they move on to another kind of relationship. Or we had codependency also show up on your side. And that could be that because there's such a magnetic connection here, I heard like strong telepathy as well. It may be really difficult when this soul connection is in your presence or in your midst, because it may be too easy to lose themselves in this connection, because there is a fine line on where your energy starts and where theirs starts, or where yours ends and where theirs starts, especially with this magnetic bond. So I'm going to put it in terms of, I'm being very strongly guided to share an experience, and it was a long time ago, but there could be a point where Spirit wants to take my voice for it too. You feel ripped away from someone. So if you've been in separation, you could literally feel the tear. And this is something, what I heard is it's awkward, for sure, but they're hurting my back, too. My back just started hurting. So for some of you, this separation could really, really cause you some physical ailments and some physical pain. But that's what they're trying to bring to me anyway, is this, just this feeling of sometimes when separation happens, it's like they're giving me the sound of Velcro ripping apart as well, because these two sides, they're going to try and go back together. So take that how it resonates. Let's see this shared energy for the soul connection. So I'll show you what fell. We have the bottom of this deck is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Playfulness. Separation. Deception. Which does strongly feel like this is why there's trust issues on the soul connection side. Yes, this relationship is very passionate. And again, like I said, during separation, you could have felt that Velcro ripping. You could have literally felt the connection being torn apart. And I do feel like they're saying like there probably is some pretty strong telepathy during separation. And often this is where we get our most clear messages, because the outside influences aren't necessarily there, or we're not in contact with the person who is deceiving us, because sometimes what I'm hearing as well as these connections can be so strong that, especially if one of you is more in tune with yourself or your intuition and is seeing parts of this in the connection that a vulnerable part of another doesn't want you to see, we have deception. I do feel like with playfulness, it says to recapture romance, allow your inner joyful spirit to your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I think that you probably both have a lot of fun together. You have a lot of passion, and they're saying when things are good, they're good, and when they're not, they're really not. And one or both of you have a truth to tell. There has been a false mask in this relationship. Someone is wearing one, whether it's both, whether it's only one. I do feel though strongly, and they're kind of saying with this past life relationship or this chemistry and this wedding on your side, it almost feels like on your side you've not been necessarily truthful. And again, if that doesn't resonate, swap it. Because I think that what I heard is there's real energy here of trying to get some answers. So the codependency part that came out on the bottom of the deck with yours as well, here where we had calling in your soulmate, it could speak of a lot of different things. It could speak of, again, that losing ourselves in a partnership. It could speak of having, they said marital issues. It could speak of having kind of like drug or substance abuse. Could be smoking, could be drinking, could be banging, right? It could be a lot of different things that numb us. And if we're constantly numbing ourselves, how are we supposed to allow someone else fully into this relationship? So I'm going to get some clarification before I move into the tarot. Actually, no, they're saying go to tarot first, and then we'll grab the psychic oracle, or psychic tarot oracle. So Spirit, can you give me some tarot wisdom for the Capricorn, please? Thank you. And you have the Nine of Wands here. This wounded warrior, but hey, still pushing through. So what's going on? Why is so wounded? What's been hard or difficult? It does feel like, because he's there, I heard bandaged and broken. And it's his head, right? This could be, even though this is Wands and doing an active fighting, it feels like something that's literally been a struggle. Could be the addictions again. But it feels like, because the head's bandaged up, is like, is this overthinking? Is this overthinking something that's actually hurting your soul, hurting your vibe? And it's something that's not made life easy too. And we have this cloud here, clouded vision. Even though it's the Wands, it's because this has been a battle. And to me, it almost feels like an internal battle. And this also shows to me it probably has been very difficult in separation from this person. You have the Eight of Cups, somebody walking away from feelings. But this isn't just walking away from feelings. This is learning what burdens to hold on to and what to release. Because if we are constantly holding on to hurt from the past lovers, past situations, we are carrying this heavy backpack on our backs, and it's not helping, okay? Now, I'm not saying that certain things are easy to get over. I'm not saying that you will necessarily get over everything in your world that's happened. Trauma is very real. But it's how we choose to move in those moments and feel through the trauma and allow ourselves to heal. You have the Death card here as well. For some of you, this does feel like it's been a painful ending. For some of you as well, I heard you could have lost someone or a loved one. And again, this has caused a lot of heartache. It's been really, really difficult struggle. But within this Death card, there is some color in the middle, and that triangle is our focus. We're shifting our focus. We're shifting our focus on what is hard, and it's time to change and transform. So Spirit, can you give me a little bit of information on the Death card, please? The King of Cups. I did hear sometimes this King of Cups can be pretty wishy-washy, but watery. And I think this coming to this deception that getting in your head too much has stopped you from being able to vocalize potentially, and this isn't everyone, okay, it's just what I'm getting here, stopped you from being able to vocalize the feelings. And this could even be a protection method or a protection mechanism on your own part, where we feel the feelings, but every time we share these feelings, something bad happens, or we lose the person, or it turns into a fight, so we're just not going to share our feelings anymore. But all this does is, what I heard is, it makes you implode. So this King of Cups, you're being asked, what I heard is to step into that king power, to own your feelings. And they are giving me also, they said cold and aloof. We have the Two of Wands here about making a decision about how you'd like to go about your world. And we also have flowers coming up here. To me, this represents spring as well. Same with the bunny. Could even be Easter. But they're saying Christ energy too. And this, it's not thorns, but it is that energy of you're being asked to put your heart out there and to be selfless in your love. It doesn't mean that you're going to allow negative behavior or negative things to come towards you, but I feel like this is an active choice now to choose which way you want to go. Because I feel like in the past, there's been a way you went, it didn't work, right? It just caused a lot of hardship and a lot of pain, and you're ready for this transformation. You're ready for this change, and it is in the heart space. Okay, perhaps learning from the past situations. I do feel like, and it's hard to say, but it feels like the soul connection may have walked away if this separation. It could have been you as well. One or both of you could have been pushing each other away, or it's just this ebb and flow of the connection where you needed to be in separation to learn the lessons individually and not have the other person kind of in the way and clouding the judgment. So what I heard is it's your call on this and how you express yourself. Now, Spirit, can you give me some tarot wisdom for the soul connection, please? So they're saying it's clarifying trust. We have the King of Pentacles in here. So on your side, and it doesn't necessarily mean signs, but I am strongly guided to say you could have like a water in your chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This also could be in the time of water. So Cancer would be the summer. Pisces is not yet. Pisces is coming up very, very soon. But it could also be things that have happened in the time of Scorpio and choices you made then and needing to really release and let transform and transmute all of what I heard is what's come to pass and the consequences of those actions and those choices. So they're saying to me again, for every action, there's a reaction. For every action, there's a consequence. This is a law of cause and effect. And many times this is us to learn our lessons. So this King of Pentacles, it could be an earth sign. It could be you, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. It could also, what I heard again, be is this is timing in the time of Capricorn, in the time of Virgo, or in the time of Taurus, which would be in the spring. Okay? You have the Tower here. This person is going through some changes with the Hangman. But I feel like this is not... often the Tower is catastrophic. This is universal changes, right? Universal changes. However, this particular cat is saying, hell no. I have a choice in my world. I do feel like potentially with this king being in the reverse, this King of Pentacles, they're not completely feeling stable yet. This is why they're living their best world. They're getting their friends to help them, but they're growing more confident and secure in themselves. Changes are happening. These things, these Tower moments, it could even have been in the past with you, in their own world. It's really changing the way they think. And about, I heard bondage. Do they want to be tied up? Now for some of you this is, yeah, do they want to be tied up? That's fun. But I feel like this is more, do they want to be ensnared and trapped? Because for some of you, especially with the codependency part and the connection and this strong magnetic connection, there is a possibility, like I said, of getting lost in this connection and not feeling like yourself. And it does feel like, in a lot of ways, this person doesn't want to go through that again, that it feels like they finally found themselves, that this Tower moment, while it's been hard on them too. It's not like it's been easy. This is, even though it's not in the shared energy, I feel like this has been hard for them. But they've come out it on top and in the right way by focusing on themselves and doing what they need to do to attract wealth, joy, happiness, pleasure, all of that good stuff into their world. So this King of Pentacles, I'm going to get a little bit more here, but you have the Fool. They're ready to go out on that Fool's journey, and the universe, with 3 major arcana, the universe is backing them. The universe says, hey, have they learned from their lessons? Are they making healthier choices? Are they trying to create a stable life? Yeah, let's friggin' reward them and send them on this next mission. There is an element of decision in both ends, but I feel like this person, your soul connection, they are becoming much more wiser for this adventure. Tell me about the Fool energy, please. You have Temperance in the reverse. Why is Temperance in the reverse? And they threw this 8 of Wands. For some of this could be communication incoming. This could be travel. There is so much on their plate right now that they're trying to focus on themselves, but their attention is split in a lot of different directions, potentially 8 different directions. But this also to me represents something quick. So something could have happened like this Tower in their world. It's a quick decision they've had to make that may have them a little less balanced than they want. This also could be Sagittarius in their chart, something that happened during Sagittarius time. But I think that too, they're getting a lot of quick insights, and this is informing them on how they want to go about their journey. So Spirit, can you tell me about the shared energy? Judgment. Masks have to come off. For whatever this is to work, you can't wear a mask. You cannot present a false sense of self, because one or both, they're going to, this energy is shared, you're going to see through it. So if somebody comes showing, holding a mask or bringing forth a facade, the other's just going to walk away because they see it. They see it for what it is. And I do feel like deception has been, they're saying, a long train. It's been a long-standing train. This train has many, many cars. It's like you keep waiting for it to stop, and it keeps going. Or maybe, you know, you're waiting at the crosswalk, or you're waiting at the intersection. This train keeps going, 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 and then the lights come up, you go forward, and next thing you know, you come to another freaking train stop, and here's this same train. And you keep working on, how do I get away from it? Because you know, you can't just like beat the train and go through it. It's super dangerous. This is something that once this gets momentum, there's rolling speed is what they heard. There's a lot of power behind this. These locomotives, they have some powerful engines, my friends. And the cargo they're carrying, it's heavy shit. Much like this Eight of Cups. It's heavy shit. It's heavy stuff that needs to be let go of. And the judgment may be different for both of you. So I have Four of Pentacles in the reverse here, and this to me speaks of someone really doesn't want to let it go. With the Nine of Pentacles, this could be wealth, but it being in the reverse, she's walking away with whatever she has. And I do feel like it being in the reverse, both because it's shared energy, are still trying to get themselves, wealth speaks to me strongly here, but still trying to catch their footing. And I think that because in soul connections world, it looks like things are changing rapidly and moving. They said slowly, but everything here says this is fast. The only thing that would be slow would be this King of Pentacles, this beautiful owl. If you see my owl up there, that's what it's, this person's taking their time, even though things are changing, because they've grown much wiser in their age. So whether you're old age, young age, it doesn't matter, that things could come to them quick. But I also feel like what I heard is if you were to send them something or whatnot, let them sit on it, because they're going to sit on it. Whatever's been done in this connection, whatever's been said, things need to change. People need, I heard, rehearse. Some of you may be rehearsing lines. It may be that you want to have a discussion with this person, and Knight of Cups showed up with that. And it fell on your side, right? There may be a conversation that needs to happen, but I feel like it's going to be a lot to process for whoever's receiving this. And obviously, for the person who is sending this information, it is finally, what I heard is dropping the deception, because the lying about feelings or the hiding the feelings or the fear of not being reciprocated, all that stuff, it's just been extra hard, right? So this Knight is more fast moving. It is also a fish. To me, this brings Pisces energy as well. So tell me a little bit about this Knight of Cups, please, Spirit. There's an owl in the Nine of Pentacles as well. Owls could be a really strong totem. You have the Star and wish fulfillment. And to me, this speaks of healing. So this energy as well, they're giving me the term, and if you resonate it, you resonate, and if not, again, disregard it, but they're giving me that term twin flame. And I'm not trying to romanticize this. This is a healing journey. Your twin flame is not always the person you're meant to be with. They are a major spiritual catalyst in your life, meant to help facilitate many, many lessons. However, I do feel like a lot, especially in the tarot community, if any of you guys know, it's become clickbait. Put twin flame in front of something. Watch how many people watch it. Just because you put those words. So, I'm going to give you what is coming through to me right now about this. Is that twins are very powerful, anointed individuals. And like I said, set aside for each other by God. This doesn't mean that even if this is your kingdom spouse, you have to be with them in this world. Being anointed, if any of you guys read the Bible at all, even if you don't, it's not necessarily about the Bible being this religious canon. It's more about the discussion in it about, I'm trying to get rid of it from me, the sealed ones. Okay, in Revelations, they discuss the 144,000 chosen ones, the sealed ones. These come from 12 different houses with 12,000 individual sealed, anointed individuals in each one that are meant to come down into this earth, right? And then you add the spiritual side of it to help facilitate Christ consciousness and change in this world. That's a giant mission should you choose to accept it. Even if we don't choose to accept it, Spirit's going to try pushing, but again, we have free will. We can block it. We can say, no, I don't choose to acknowledge that. But the issue I feel like on this is that, because like I said, it's a healing journey. How in the world can we heal other people and help raise consciousness of other people if we haven't had to pull our asses out of the muck, out of the mud, out of the darkness, and realize that all of that stuff brought us to where we are? How are we to help anybody unless we've figured out how we're supposed to help ourselves? This is a major, major learning experience on, first and foremost, self-love. You're going to experience unconditional love in your world, and it's a beautiful thing. But it's important as well to know that on this journey, we need to love ourselves first. We need to put ourselves first and our healing first. And that if we're finding someone's triggering us, be it somebody that we think we have this amazing spiritual connection with, if we feel like we're losing ourselves in the process, this is not what we were meant to do. Okay? So I do feel like with this night, it fell on your side, but it's in the both kinds of stuff here. It really could be that there is a lot of love, right? There's a lot of love in this situation. And I feel like I'm saying things you don't want to hear. Because, again, on your side, we have wedding chemistry, past life connection, and a real, I feel, desire to communicate with the other side how you're feeling. I just, like I said, let them sit on it for a while, because I don't know, it feels like once this boat gets rocked, this person's going to need a little bit of time to sit with it and sit with their emotions and sit with their experience and just really choose whether or not this is something. What I heard is they want to let back into their world. They're bringing me back to this 9 of Wands too, reminding me that you two have been through it, right? This is not something that you just met this person yesterday, and if you did, gear up, my friends, because shit's about to get real. But all right, so tell me a little bit, please, about your side. And we have authority. You definitely could resonate as a divine masculine. But if you don't, if you resonate more as a feminine, this is your masculine side. This is saying, you know what, it is time to stand up in your truth, stand up in your authority, and see this. See this around his head, this halo? This is anointing. That your spirit is anointed. There is some mental conflict. We have third eye chakra. And we also have material and spiritual prosperity. I do feel like at this time, so much is up in the head, like I said, right? And this could even be you're trying to listen for the telepathy. You're trying to listen for the spiritual connection, because what I heard is things may have seemed dead with that death card. If there's no communication in the physical, this could be a really, really trying to tap in and tune in. But what this is going to do, what I heard, is drive your ass crazy, okay? So if there's places where you've experienced some mental conflict, Spirit's saying to me right now, focus on this physical. Focus on what is real in front of you, not what is in the ethereal realm, not what's in the 5D, to ground yourself. Because often what happens, especially when we're trying to tap in to this kind of 5D connection, we are not present in our worlds. So Spirit's saying, you know what? Focus on what is good in your world with this 6. This is basically the 6 of Pentacles. Bring back sustainability, what I heard is, and sustainable wealth. This may have to do also with spending. How are you spending your money, and what can you do to create more physical wealth in your world? And this could also be why this Nine of Pentacles is in the reverse, because both here are trying to save up a little bit of what they have and aren't ready really to share the wealth because they haven't accumulated it yet. But this is, if it's not necessarily financial means, it's all of the good things in your world. So tell me about the soul connection, please. So, in my mind, I was looking at the Eight of Wands, asking for clarification. The soul connection has the number 1, prosperity begins. It takes 2 hands. It takes partnership to do this, but things are changing for them. And I mean, I definitely think it's drastic and it's quick with the Tower. With the Fool, though, it's like they're on this fool's mission, and whatever they're going to do, it's going to be fruitful. Now, I'm going to say something again that I... solar plexus is what I was going to say. So then we have the heart under there. I'm going to take those because I feel like on their side, that's what their focus is on. Creating something new, creating stability in their world, healing their heart, and healing their self-confidence and their feelings of self-worth, and being very, very rooted and grounded in who they are and expressing their heart. Much like here, if you see, there's a lot of creativity with the orange in this as well. Tell me a little bit more. Thank you. You have 8 with emotional withdrawal. This to me does speak as well as this person, if you see, they're meditating and listening to the waves. It could be really like they need to get to the beach. I know I do. But it's not about that so much as really needing to get in touch with their own feelings and let the waves of emotion come and go. That's part of our healing journey. If we've been wounded, we got feelings behind that, right? What was it that wounded us? Well, if we gulp it down, pretend it doesn't hurt us. Sure, it doesn't hurt, right? This is important. That your soul connection is focusing a lot on themselves. And fertility is at the bottom. This could mean pregnancy, but I feel like they are ripe. They are ripe with prosperity. They're ripe with opportunity. So the shared energy for you, we have sacrifice, which is letting go, right? What I heard is letting go and let God. Know what to keep, know what to release. And this also is the power of the water healing. Much like here, there is water, right? This fountain. To me, this signifies youth. What I heard is signifies joy, but also there are emotions there, and it is a physical thing. Right, I do feel like on your side, you've experienced a lot of pain. Like I said, with that ripping apart. But I feel like once this mental conflict and once the energy of whatever's been hurting you is dealt with, you're going to feel a lot lighter and a lot less pain. So you have foundation and achievements. Both of you, really, the advice here is like learning to let go of what's no longer serving us and focusing on what we need to build a strong foundation in the here and the now. And the bottom of the deck is rejoice and celebration. The 3 of Cups working together, doing what makes us happy, bringing happiness. And I mean, if the 2 of you are meant to come together, if the deception is like released and the separation, kind of over, whatever this is we need to make sure that, as well as I heard, we're acting in partnership, we're working together to make sure that what happened before doesn't happen again. So I'm going to pull an advice card from the Whispers of Love Oracle for all 3, and then I will let you go, because this reading's been a little bit long, but I had lots to say, yo. All right. So we have treasure your loved ones. And I feel like this is just, they're saying it's just everyone. Show simple acts of kindness. And miracles and blessings. It's important to love others deeply. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you, and everything has its gift. And that's important. They want actually soul connection, please. Thank you. The soul connection says the heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. And I think this also comes down to, there's a reason this person has walked away. right? There's a reason this person has been healing and building trust and building their own self-confidence back up. And this is something I heard you may not want to hear either, but when the conversation comes up and you're showing them treasure, you're being nice to them, you're seeing the gift and everything, when they come to you with whatever this is, Spirit's saying to you, you need to be open and honest and communicate honestly. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. So you have the shared energy is love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. And I do feel like this person could have a lot of love for you. You have a lot of love for them. And what I heard is if it's meant to be, it's be. It'll be like that Rex baby or BB or whatever with Florida Georgia Line. If it's meant to be, it'll be, right? Baby, just let it be. So that's the message I have. But I did hear take action if you feel it's time, because again, this person is so focused on them, they're not going to come towards you. It doesn't feel like, unless you've got something of sustenance to discuss with them and to show them. Okay, and I do feel like this person working on their trust, they're going to need to have some sort of physical, tangible thing. So this could be a text message, this could be a greeting card, this could be a phone call, this could be something saying, hey, can we meet up, can we have coffee, can we go for a walk, we need to talk. I've got some things I'd like to say to you. And I do feel like, as well as this is really, really the place where with this King of Cups and this Two of Wands, that we acknowledge, where we've been the one who is the issue too. So we may have feelings that the other is to blame, but if we come at them after all this time in separation, like, you are why we're not friends anymore, you are why we're not together, you are why separation has happened, what's going to happen? They can walk away, right? So this is the place where it's using your heart and your mind, your body, your soul, all of that stuff, holistically healing, because both of you are on this healing path, healing journey together. And what I heard is whether you like it or not. Well, that's the message I have. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.